Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining in. I definitely have a message for you today. So today's message is just a quick one. I have the cards out already and I just want to get to the crux of the message. So the first card out is "You Are Not Alone," which the keywords are isolation, physical connection, and community. And then we have karmic relationships, which is Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. And then we have water your garden, which is nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. So as soon as I got these cards out, I already kind of understood what it was talking about. And I actually wanted to get more cards, but I thought I want to first speak on this. The "You Are Not Alone" card, like I said, it speaks to isolation, physical connection, and community. And if you see here in the picture, they are connecting here. So with this card, well, with this whole spread, I'm understanding that some of you guys, you have been walking this journey alone. Walking this journey alone in terms of friendships, in terms of love relationships, in terms of family, in terms of community. There is a huge sense of loneliness that I'm feeling here. And I see that you went through a whole lot of growth and enlightenment on your journey. But I feel like the things that you learned on your way, you discovered some of the sort of karmic relationships that you had in your life that you knew that you had to walk away from. You knew, but I feel like much as you knew that you had to walk away from them, you didn't know that you would be on this journey by yourself still. I feel like you feel that at this point, you would have had some community, that things would have changed at this point, because it's lonely. It's lonely. And it feels like even community, physical connection with other people has been something that's been missing in your life. And I feel like you have more of a deeper connection with spirit than you do with physical people in life. You do. So I feel like you spend a lot of your time, in spirit. You spend most of your time with spirit. And I feel like it also, it's that thing of, it makes you disconnected to earth and the happenings of here, where you would much rather spend your time with spirit because you feel like spirit knows you best. You feel like spirit is there for you. You feel like spirit is not toxic towards you. So it's like you want to be alone, but it is lonely. It is lonely, and I feel like you've gone on this path by yourself for a very long time now, and you're still going on it. It's like you completed a cycle, and it's like now you are still on this journey and you're starting a new cycle, but it's still with yourself. And I know, oh, trust me, I know the feeling. There's certain journeys in our lives that we have to take by ourselves, and it can be a very isolating kind of situation, very, very isolating, where you feel misunderstood. You feel like people don't understand you at the level or meet you at the level that you would want them to. But Spirit says that there was reason for you to go through this. When you were in these karmic relations with all these people, you put yourself in the back burner a lot. You put yourself in the back burner so much so that Spirit had to take you out of the situation so that you can learn to take care of yourself. Spirit had to teach you to take care of yourself because you couldn't do it. You would take care of others above yourself. And for a while in your life, you felt like that was part of your soul's purpose, for you to take care of others. And it meant putting people above you. It meant putting people before you. But Spirit took you out of these situations and put you in isolation because Spirit had to teach you that is not sustainable. You actually have to take care of yourself. That is how you can take care of others, by taking care of yourself, by nourishing and watering your own garden. You had to learn to enjoy your own company because you had so many people around you at a point in your life that you didn't know how to exist without them. You developed codependencies. And I feel like the closer that you got to the divine, the more that you started to discover yourself, the more you started to discover conflicts within these relationships that you had, where things don't align, where the person that you thought would be on this journey with you right now is not there. And you would have never imagined that. You would have never imagined that because this is someone that you were so close with, and you always felt like this person or these people are the only people who can ever understand you on that level, until you had your spiritual awakening. And then you started to see and discover all these different things that you never saw before. You started to see the unfairness that existed in these relationships. You started to see the differences, that you guys are actually not these twins that you thought you were. You're not similar. You're actually different. And you had to leave those behind and go on this journey by yourself. It was necessary. You had to learn. You had to first take a pause from taking care of everybody, because that was draining your energy. By the time you were done taking care of everyone, you had nothing left for yourself. You had nothing left for yourself. And I feel like the stresses, you not only would stress for yourself, but you'd stress for other people as well, that it would even take a toll on your body. That you'd have all these stress-related sicknesses that were out of nowhere. You know, those type of things where it's like 1 in 4 people get this, or 1 in 50 people get this. You would get it, and it's stress-related. It has to do with your mind constantly working. So you had to learn to give yourself grace, to be there for yourself, to be the person that you lean on, because you were leaning on too many people. And it put you at such a disadvantage, because you were willing to do anything to keep these people around. When there would be conflict, you would be the one to be the bigger person, even if they are wrong. They didn't need to apologize to you. You didn't require them to apologize, because you were just so desperate to have them in your life. You didn't want to lose them. You couldn't imagine life without them. And even though you started seeing that, you know, some of these behaviors and antics, you started to see them, that, you know, this is funny, this is weird, but you still held on. So God put you on a path where you go on your own journey, where you you become your own community, for you to love and nurture yourself, because you had people on pedestals and not yourself. This pause was necessary. And I know right now it feels lonely that you are still on this path by yourself, but this is the point where you need to trust the divine, trust the path that you're being led on, because like it says here, you are not alone. You are not to be alone. You have your community. You will build your own community of people that you relate with on a level that is actually beyond what you've ever had. So it's okay for you to let go of the past, let go of what was or what you wanted to be. Allow yourself this time, because there's a time that is coming here where you are going to be busy creating connections. But you needed this time. It was necessary for you, because what you were doing before was unsustainable. You were hurting yourself to help others. That's not sustainable. And you needed to heal certain things about yourself. And I can see you here, beautiful, this star. I don't know, when I see it, there's stars all around here, which gives me the energy of the star card. That you were healing, you healed. You went from having this big community to being by yourself. You went from holding on to all these toxic relations with people to walking away. And it allowed you to focus on yourself. You've been resting, you've been recuperating, you've been taking care of yourself. You know yourself now way more than you did before. There's things that you've learned about yourself that you didn't even know about yourself all these years. That was necessary. And now there are other things that will come into your life, but God wants you to know that it was necessary for you to go through this. It was for your own good. For your own good. And for you to trust the path, trust the journey, just as you did when you walked away from these people, when you cut off those ties, when you left behind all those places. That same trust and faith that you had then, continue on it, because it has led you here to this place that you are. Because the person that you are now, I can tell you for a fact, is not the same person that you were when you were around these people, these energies, these spaces. It's not the same. You've elevated, you're at another level. So shall your community, so shall your relationships. But now you will know better to take care of yourself within these communities, within these relationships. You know that you still come first. That's all that I have. I thought it would be a short message, but thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, comment, and share with your friends if you'd like. And as always, guys, please, until the next reading, please, please, please take care of yourselves.